Have you ever been obsessed with a voice? Not a face, not a name, a voice. The kind of voice you put on your headphones at 2 in the morning when the world feels too heavy and you need something to hold you in the right place. A voice that asks nothing of you. That's just there, whispering, reminding you that you exist. Now imagine that voice belongs to someone who destroyed you. Not metaphorically, literally. The person who stole the one you loved in high school, who left you alone at a moment when you didn't even know the full size of your own pain. That person is the voice that soothes you every night. The voice you used to fall asleep for years without even realizing it. It's not romance. That's an emotional trap with perfect design. And that's exactly what Murmur is about. Hi tomodachi, Hanami desu. Girl, have you seen this, Yuri? What is this crazy series? Murmur, original Korean title, Mureo, is a GL manhwa published on Lezhin Comics in 2025 that is absolutely breaking paradigms. The author and artist, GALMA, has delivered something genuinely rare. Cinematic art with a comics flair, intriguing psychological and erotic layers, and a tension between the leads that you feel in your skin. Literally. Here's the big question. Is our protagonist actually a tsundere? I'd love to hear your thoughts after you watch the video. The series wrapped up in just 22 chapters and already boasts an 8.7/10 rating on manga updates. For an adult GL title, that number isn't just a statistic. It's a testament that the work delivered something completely ahead of its time. The premise sounds simple. It isn't. What starts as a linear narrative soon reveals itself as a psychological labyrinth where nothing is as it seems. That is exactly where the danger lies. The author hooked you with the cover's aesthetic, but imprisoned you through the character's mental distortion. What you see on the surface is merely the trap that GALMA set for your next obsession. Who are these two? Jina, our protagonist, is the kind of woman you look at and think, she has it together. Adult, functional, holds down a corporate job, seems fine. Except she has insomnia. Not the kind you fix with chamomile tea. The kind that installs itself in the body like a debt that never clears. And the solution she found, the only thing that works, is listening to videos from an ASMR creator called Jina NA. Seems innocent. It isn't. Because Jina doesn't listen to NA the way you'd put on rain sounds to unwind. She developed a very particular dynamic with NA's adult content account. A nightly ritual that is equal parts relief and shame, pleasure and compulsion. She can no longer sleep without it. And the worst part, she never connected the dots. Never noticed there was a specific reason that voice reached so deep. Now let's talk about our gorgeous YouTuber. Jina? Yes, they share the same name. And that's not a narrative coincidence, that's fate with a cruel sense of humor. Is NA the YouTuber? The guest speaker who shows up at Jina's company workshop under a theme that borders on ironic, mental healing. On the surface, Jina is confident, magnetic, successful. A woman who built a massive audience talking about wellness. A professional who seems to know exactly the effect she has on people. But her history with Jina holds something that no platform success can erase. And what that history reveals changes everything. Act 1. The voice you should have never recognized. Jina arrives at the workshop. Her job, because she works in marketing, with dark circles. The kind of tired that isn't just physical. She was listening to NA the night before, fell asleep late, woke up disoriented. Another day managed through sheer effort. And then the speaker walks into the room. The moment Jina sees NA's face for the first time is handled by GALMA with a visual silence that actually hurts. No screaming. No melodrama.
This how I press it. Ah! What the fuck?
Just the freeze of someone who just had the floor yanked from under their feet. Because that mouth with the beauty mark above the lip, that voice she knows by heart. It's Jina, the girl from high school. The person who, years ago, ended up with the one Jina loved and then disappeared like nothing had happened. The woman who caused her insomnia is the same one she's been using to fall asleep. I know. Breathe. GALMA builds this scene with a sparseness of words that is pure artistic cruelty. You feel the heat of the humiliation, the nausea of recognition, and underneath all of it, because this manhwa does not let you escape easily, an attraction that Jina clearly didn't ask for and absolutely does not want to have. Jina recognizes her too. And that's where the real problem begins. Act 2. The bar, the motel, and the kiss. The workshop ends and Jina forgets her bag. Yeah, the oldest cliche in the book, but our Jina falls for it. She goes to return it in person, and what was supposed to be a quick bye turns into a drink. Then two. Then, well, total chaos. The tension. Several glasses later, Jina is unraveling. She knows she's drunk. She knows she should run. But the magnetism of the woman who ruined her life is just too strong. When it's time to leave, pride talks louder. She refuses to give her address so Jina can take her home. Jina is clearly worried about her crush, but the result? They end up at a motel. The explosion. This is where the house burns down. The one who attacks isn't Jina, it's Jina. In a surge of repressed desire and accumulated rage, she shuts the villain's mouth with a kiss. It's not cute. It's a 10-year explosion of resentment. Girl, everything goes down after that kiss. So much hooking up and every position you can imagine. I feel like they're about to complete the whole Sapphic Kama Sutra in this manhwa. The tsundere era, and so it begins. The next day, the show starts. Jina plays dumb. She gets cold, she gets rude, and treats the kiss and the sex like a cosmic mistake, while the audience suffers seeing that she is head over heels in love. The plot twist. Jina realizes that back in high school, she didn't cry over the boyfriend Jina stole. She cried over the loss of Jina herself. And the kicker? Jina only took the guy to prove he was trash and protect Jina. A disastrous plan, but full of love. 2 women, 10 years of wrong decisions, and a feeling that nobody can hide anymore. You want peak sapphic drama? There you go. This is where things get really good. Act 3. The partnership, the product, and every boundary that dissolves. Here's where it gets structurally perfect. Jina closes a brand partnership with Jina's company, and she specifically requests Jina as her exclusive point of contact. Let that land. She didn't have to do that. She chose to. So now they have a professional reason to see each other constantly. Meetings, product briefings, content strategy sessions. And somewhere between the work calendar and the this is completely normal energy Jina tries to project, they keep ending up together. Jina provokes. Jina pretends she's not interested for about 30 seconds, and then they're not talking about the content calendar anymore. GALMA doesn't rush this. She lets the relationship build through a series of escalating encounters where each one goes a little further than the last, and neither of them says a word about it out loud. The unspoken rule between them becomes, we don't name this. We just keep meeting. And then comes the scene that broke the fandom. Jina lends Jina one of her ASMR equipment pieces for work purposes. Professional. Completely professional. Except Jina takes it home and uses it in a way that is very much not for the content calendar. Here's the problem she didn't think about. The device records audio. And when she returns it, Jina plays it back. They both know. They both know she knows. And they both end up laughing so hard the tension breaks completely. That moment matters because it's the first time the dynamic between them is just easy. No resentment, no guarding, no performance. two women who got caught being exactly who they are with each other. The collaboration content they filmed together gets posted. The audience notices their chemistry immediately. Over 1 million views. People in the comments are shipping them, calling them cute, saying they want more. The irony being that in one of those videos, Jina pushed way past any professional line. Something the camera caught that the audience somehow completely missed. Jina was furious. She told Jina she was done, that she wasn't going to see her anymore. The partnership ends. The contact stops.
That's suspicious.
But if you think Jina actually stays away, you haven't been paying attention. She calls first. She goes after her. And when they see each other again, obviously, it picks right back up. Warmer and softer than before. This is the stretch of the series where it starts to feel genuinely tender. Less tension, more wanting. The kind of closeness that doesn't need an excuse to exist anymore. And that's exactly when the past decides to show up. Asit 4. The truth comes out the setup. Jina picks up a tipsy Jina from a night out. This time, Jina doesn't run. She takes her back to her apartment, a door she finally decided to open. The real game begins here. The bombshell. Inside, the conversation turns ugly and honest. Jina brings up a buried memory. They kissed in high school. Before the boyfriend, before the drama. Jina ran away, leaving Jina to carry that rejection for a decade. In an environment where being themselves felt impossible, and with homophobia coming from every direction. Jina admits she'd rather be remembered as a scar than not be remembered at all. The climax. It's a full-blown confrontation. Jina reveals the truth. She stole that boyfriend to expose him and to stay close to Jina, even if it meant being hated. It was a desperate move by a girl who didn't know how to handle her feelings in a world filled with pressure and internalized fear. The resolution. The fight ends in a long overdue apology. Jina apologizes for running. Jina apologizes for the chaos. They finally acknowledge they were just two kids who lacked the language to be themselves. 10 years of resentment, insomnia, and secret ASMR connections finally lead to this. Two people in a room with nothing left to hide. Akat 5. Ask me again in a year. After everything, the fight, the confessions, the decade of silence finally broken, Jina makes the move. She asks Jina to be with her, properly, out loud. And Jina says, not right now. Here's what nobody expected after 22 chapters of Jina being the one who pushes, provokes, and holds all the power. She's scared. Not of Jina. Of losing her. Specifically, she's afraid that if they make it official now, Jina might eventually leave her for a man. That everything they've been through won't be enough to hold against a world that makes it easier to choose otherwise. She's been wanting Jina for a decade. She cannot afford to lose her again. So she proposes a timeline. Wait 1 year. If Jina still wants her after a year, if she still chooses her, then ask again. Properly. It sounds like a retreat. It isn't. Because in the same breath, Jina makes something completely clear. She's not going anywhere. She's not dating anyone else. She's not leaving. She's right here. She just needs to know Jina chose this with time and clarity. Not just in the heat of everything they just survived together. And this is where the series delivers the realest thing it has. A woman who finally gets what she always wanted, and still asks for one more layer of certainty. Not because she doubts Jina, but because she knows exactly how much she has to lose. Jina looks at her, and they both know what's happening. Jina starts to spiral a little. Am I ugly? Do you not like tall women? I sucked all the sweetness out of you and now you're tired of me? And Jina, steady and dry as ever, just says, it's not even 3 months until next year. They end up laughing, tangled together in bed, Jina making faces, Jina with that small sideways smile. And somewhere in the middle of that, softly without performance, they say it. I love you. Not a grand declaration, not a dramatic confession. Just two women who are finally in the same place, saying the truest thing out loud. Murmur whispered this from page 1. Sometimes love isn't about the timing being right. Sometimes it's about only choosing to stay. What this relationship says about us. Have you ever loved someone and not been able to say it? Not because you didn't feel it, but because the world around you made it feel impossible? Or ran from a moment that terrified you and spent years pretending it didn't happen? That's the core of Murmur. Not just the desire, not just the resentment, but the very specific grief of being gay and young and afraid, and how that fear doesn't disappear when you grow up. It just finds new shapes to live in. Insomnia. An ASMR account. A partnership request. A bag left behind on purpose. What you carry from the love you couldn't name back then isn't weakness. It's evidence that you felt something real before you had the words for it. That's not a flaw. That's exactly who you are. Which moment hit hardest? The motel kiss? The recording device chaos? The fight at Jina's apartment? Or Jina asking for a year before making it official? Because she's terrified of losing her? Tell me in the comments. Don't forget to subscribe. Let's make Yuri conquer the world. Kisses from Hanami until the next drama, Tomodachi.